Anthony, obviously it is set in now. I'll go ahead and ask. I'm used to asking questions, so I'm sure it's all set in now. You got the win over Roy Jones. Happy with the performance? How you feeling right now?
Yeah, most definitely happy with the performance. I think, Roy's a legend, a lot of experience. Even his coaches, he has so much experience out there. And I gave up a big size advantage, So I think I fought a great fight. My coaches gave me a great game plan, and I executed perfectly.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and start questions. Yep.
Awesome. Anthony, congratulations on the win tonight over the legend Roy Jones Jr. Duke Rufus told me yesterday, he said back in the day when he was going to Pius growing up, that he had to be at the top of the nosebleeds, especially when he was watching you fight back in the UFC, when he was watching you fight in Milwaukee. He said that the fight was for all the people in the nosebleeds. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, man, that's what I dedicated my championship belt when I won the UFC belt to everybody in the nosebleeds. So that was that's how I remembered it. But even coming in here and seeing my name in the lights, it's all surreal, man. Squaring across the ring with Roy Jones Jr. Crazy, So it's a blessed moment, really.
How proud are you of your career and the generational wealth you've built for your family and the name and legacy you've built for Pettis?
Yeah, man. I mean, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Me and Serge put us on the map. Duke Rufus obviously led that. But to see my little brother win his world title, the life that he's living, that's kind of what I set out to do. When my dad died, I wanted to make sure my brother was good, and to see him living the life he's living, And now the rest is just icing on the cake. Getting my first professional boxing day, win against Roy Jones Jr. Crazy. I take the big risk, and comes with that the big rewards.
I saw on your social media you were visiting your father's grave a lot over this past week. What would you say to him if you could say something to him?
I did it. Yeah, man. My dad was a big boxing fan, and that's kind of why me and my brother started fighting. De La Hoya versus Trinidad. I would never forget that fight. That was the moment I decided, I want to be a fighter. And for my dad, I just tell him. I mean, the fact that I was here in Milwaukee is I get to see him a lot. I live in Las Vegas now, so to share that moment with him and just keep myself calm and relaxed, I think that's what I do that for.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thanks.
Hey, Anthony. When a lot of fighters, I feel like a lot of fighters, they have this idea of an age or a time frame that they are looking to retire. Is facing someone like Roy Jones Jr. at 54 years old, does that kind of erase that for you if you already had that in mind?
I hope so. I think all the fighters that listen to social media, I see it all the time. A fighter gets a loss and social media goes on them. Oh, you need to retire. You suck. You quit. I feel like there's opportunities out there for us, and this is what we do, and we put all of our lives into this. And as long as I can say yes to opportunities, I will.
And what's different about combat sports today, where there are opportunities like this with Gamebred Boxing, where it offers more opportunity for fighters from different disciplines, from different promotions, retired fighters to come back and put on something that's not only a professional bout, but it's also something that's entertaining for people as well?
Yeah, I think that's what fighting is. It's an entertainment business, and I'm a prize fighter. I fight for a prize as well as everybody else does on the card, and I think the more opportunities we have to fight for a prize, the better it is for all of us. And Masvidal and Dean Toole gave us a tremendous stage. In the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It feels good to be here. It feels like how it should feel at this level. And I think we'll have a lot more opportunities like this. I mean, it was an entertaining card. Watching all the fights, there was a lot of entertaining fights on that. So I think we'll have more opportunity like this.
Just last thing, with your game plan, did you feel like you were able to execute that the way that you wanted to, or were there some things that kind of surprised you in there?
Yeah, his power. Yeah, he hit me with a couple hooks where I was like, I got to watch out for that. I was being pretty defensive, and I wanted to keep him going backwards, but he hit me with a couple counter shots. I was like, he felt like a heavyweight. I could tell that I was moving up some weight classes.
Anthony, so my man fought this one around 200 pounds, right? And most of your career, 40, 50 pounds less. Yeah. Does that mean, in the future, you can box anyone from, 160 anywhere to 200? I know you mentioned Anderson Silva in a couple interviews. You think you can fight anyone in the next, these 40 pounds?
I'd love to fight Anderson Silva, and that's supposed to happen in the UFC. And I think, for me, it's the weight definitely matters, but I'm going to pay attention to my coaches. I'm one of those guys that, anywhere, anytime, don't matter the rule set, I'm down to fight. So I listen to my coach, Jorge Capatillo. He definitely, helped me get to this position I'm in right now. So I think we'll be strategic on the fights that I take, but I'm having fun with this. I'm having a good time. I'm getting better. I'm enjoying the process. I showed some good skills out there, I think. So I think, I definitely have some more fun to have over here in boxing.
Absolutely. So would it assume your next combat sports fight would be in the sport of boxing?
I don't know yet. You know, I'm not done with MMA yet. I still got some MMA left in me. I definitely want to move up to 170 pounds. I think, you know, doing that tournament at 155, I just couldn't be myself. You know, I was cutting way too much. I didn't feel good in the training camp. So I think once I figure out the weight class in mixed martial arts and the opportunities, you know, I'm a free agent right now, so I get to sit back and take the fights as they come. So I'm in a good spot.
Lastly, literally the PFL, people in the PFL were texting me tonight asking me how you were doing. They said they miss you, and they said they were really happy for you when you got the W.
Yeah, man, the PFL is a great company, bro. Like, they definitely show a lot of support, and I'm looking forward to fighting back for them at the end of the year.
You talked coming into this fight about all the guys you had the opportunity to spar against, but tonight it was for real. I mean, what do you feel like you got out of? What did you learn in the course of these rounds tonight? What do you feel like you learned about yourself, learned about what you need to do better, or what you think you've done well?
I got hands. That's what I learned. I know I had some hands already, but yeah, I think sparring the guys I sparred. My coach, you know, when I first started this camp, we decided to take this fight. He immediately said, you know, we're sparring every day, you know, three times a week, 4 times a week. So I think how many rounds did we do? 151 rounds this camp, man. So I did a lot of work for this camp, and against some good guys. You know, all the sparring partners I had were top level dudes. So I'm looking forward to getting back to Vegas and figuring out what weight class it makes sense for me to, you know, build in boxing.
All right, if that's all, guys, let's hear it out here for Anthony Pettis.
Thank you, guys.